You feel a pounding in your head. Imsh Neega, the half-orc necromancer, awakes in a dungeon. He knows not where he is, only that he is most likely in some sort of coalition-controlled holding cell after his failed attempt to resurrect the ancient evil, Daedramon. He is in some manner of cavern, with a stone face behind him and wooden walls to either side, locked behind iron bars guarded by 2 soldiers, an elven woman and a human man playing darts in relative silence. With nothing at his disposal, Imsh's escape will rely entirely on his
strength,
dexterity,
intelligence,
wisdom,
charisma,
and constitution. Yeah, don't I'm here too. Yeah. What do? We zoom into inside of Imsh Neega's head, and we see a little console panel with 6 figures huddled around it, kind of debating as he wakes up in this holding cell. What do you do?
Strength, I think you should punch the door down.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. Come on, punch the door.
We're already
Now.
gonna contest that. I don't think that's a very good idea. That might draw attention that we don't need.
I agree. You see, there are a number of guards around, and that could end in a very violent situation. Might I remind you, necromancers aren't known for their durability.
But orcs are.
Half-orc.
Strength, I think you should still punch the door down.
Yeah, let's go. Let's punch the door. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
No, first we need to see if there are any security around first.
We'll kill them.
I would agree with that, intelligence. Yeah, I think that is a wise move.
Yeah, let's kill them.
Juno, I have to agree with strength. I think we should kill them.
I would have to agree with intelligence.
So, we have entered our first contest between intelligence and strength. Strength would like to come in kicking to bust down the cell door, while intelligence would like to conduct a search and gather intel. So, with constitution and charisma backing intelligence, and dexterity and wisdom backing strength, make a contested roll. Both of you, roll a d20. Strength. To your d20, you will add your modifier plus dexterity's modifier plus wisdom's modifier. Intelligence. To your roll, you will add your modifier plus charisma's modifier plus constitution's modifier.
17 plus 1 plus 3. So that makes 21!
These are all just numbers. It doesn't matter. It's what's inside that counts.
What'd you roll?
It's an 8, but think of it as, a challenge.
You know the rules. All right, intelligence, do your thing. And intelligence takes a seat at the main console. Intelligence, you now have 1 success in a contest, and strength, you now have 1 loss.
Search carefully now, intelligence. We don't want to mess this up.
We have a 5 plus 6 in investigation, so 11.
You surmise that you're in some manner of cavern. There is a stone wall behind you. There are wooden walls to your left and right, and iron bars directly ahead of you. Through the iron bars, all you can see are the 2 guards that you already knew were there. The human and the elf, and they are throwing darts off to your right, but you can't really see where they're landing.
Why don't we use our mage hand to distract them?
A marvelous idea. I would agree with you, intelligence. A mage hand, or perhaps the element of seduction. A nice massage to one of the guards using the mage hand might loosen their wrists and allow them to open up the bars of our cage.
Yes, charisma. Perhaps you can lure them towards us.
I'm inclined to agree here with wisdom and charisma. I would like the most peaceful way out of here. Peaceful means safe.
Peaceful means boring, but I agree with charisma.
So you're going with massage the guards?
Yes, and as soon as we have them in our sights, we can kill them. Easy.
I don't know that would go to our favor.
The goal is to get the key, my dear, not to kill anyone yet.
Charisma, do your thing.
Okay, tell me exactly what you're trying to do.
I am trying to seduce the guard to open up the cage that we are trapped in.
Which guard? There's a human man and an elven woman.
What gender are we all collectively?
Imsh is male.
Marvelous. Then I will try on the human man, please.
Necromancers are known bisexuals.
Well, I roll a 19 plus 1 with the persuasion, so it is a 20. I perform a Pina Bausch dance, and I lure him toward me, calling out to the human man.
What do you call out?
Hey, sexy buns, come on down here, my friend.
And on the outside, you see this half-orc dancing elegantly in the style of Pina Bausch, and going, "Hey, sexy buns, come down here." And you see, maintaining intense eye contact with the male, you see the female elf go, "Fawn, don't think about it." "Oh, but look at him. Fawn, I'm just gonna go see what he has to say. Relax, it'll be fine." And he walks up to the bars and he says, "Hey, sexy buns. Well, where'd you get those moves?"
I was taught at the Academy of Dance.
"Where?"
Oh, you know, with Pina.
Oh yeah, Master Pina the Bard. Really fabulous dancer. So what do you want, dude? You're pretty fucking evil, you know, man.
Oh, but wouldn't it just be so delicious if the two of us were to join together, our bodies writhing on the ground? Join me, and we can rule the world.
There's kind of like weird moral quandaries about whether prisoners can give consent or not, so probably not the best idea, but yeah, I'm pretty tempted, but I'm pretty sure the coalition wouldn't be too happy about that, so, but hey, like, if you want to strip, like, no one can stop you from doing whatever you want in your cell.
I say, fuck the coalition, just like you will fuck me.
That's good. Good job, charisma. Keep it up.
The elf comes over and puts a hand on Fawn's head and says, "Fawn, do you seriously not remember the meeting? We had it like a week ago, seriously."
Seduce her too!
Ayla, I mean, look at him. He tried to resurrect an evil that was going to destroy half of a freaking rural town. Yeah, but look at the buns.
How far are guards from?
They're right at the bars.
Dex would like to
Grab them.
reach through bars and choke them.
Oh.
Dex, look for the keys! Look for the keys!
Oh, I am Dex. That is not.
You're nimble! Use your,
Yes, but that is not what I thought.
use your dexterous hand
But
to
you
look
see,
for the keys.
I can choke first and then look for keys.
Keys, oh,
Dex, would
keys
you like to use sleight of hand to grab the keys?
You are no fun. Fine, I will use stupid sleight of hand.
Dex, why are you so aggressive?
Stupid
That's a fantastic
Shut
idea. Good.
Which guard?
The elf. Oh no. That is 5. Plus 2 is 7. How you say is 7.
So as Ayla and Fawn are arguing, Imsh kind of slides his hands out through the bars and begins to try to rifle through the pockets on Ayla. And Ayla goes, "What the hell are you doing? Don't touch me like that. Ew. I am not into your type."
No, say you are looking for contact.
On her body?
Yes?
"I was looking for my contacts." "Why would your contacts be on my person? I've never even touched you. It makes
surrounded by
absolutely no
idiots.
sense. No funny business."
Charisma, can you get that orc to come in?
The man, the human man.
The one that's into you.
Yes, I can do what I can. Monsieur, sir, I need you to come closer.
Roll another check for me.
Ask for a smooch.
16 plus 1, 17.
You see Fawn begins to sweat. Sweat starts to drip down his brow. And he looks at Ayla, and he looks at you, and he looks back at Ayla, and he says, "Oh, to hell with it. Take me now." And he runs up to the bars and tries to hug you through them and starts to try to kiss you.
Now ask him if he's into choking.
Oh, now you want to choke. No, now you want to choke. Oh,
I reach forward and I tenderly caress his cheek as I inch my lips closer to his.
Good charisma, good.
I work my way over to his ear and I whisper into his ear. Give me the key, you handsome devil, you fucker.
Give me a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Oof.
8.
Fawn is sweating and quivering. His lips are shaking. He looks deeply into your eyes as Imsh says, "Give me the keys, you sexy beast." And he goes, "Oh, I should have known better." And Fawn walks away and he says, and Ayla goes, "What the fuck was that? Listen, it's been a while, okay? God,
Fawn, wait.
stupid.
I'm sorry.
No, leave me alone. I hope you rot in there."
Do you see?
I got carried
Choke when we
away.
could have choked. No, we should choke when we can choke. No more.
Should have
of
looked
this
for the
bullshit.
key.
I did look for key, and look
You
where it
looked
got me. I
on the
wanted
wrong
to choke, damn
person.
it.
The wrong person.
What do you mean the wrong?
Now,
You do not
let's
know.
just freeze the
Stupid
lock and
human
punch
boy
it off,
is not going
Strength.
to have key. No one is going to trust boy
Strength,
with key.
let's
Hello,
just
boy,
freeze
don't
the
think.
lock and punch it off.
Okay, I punch now.
I will back intelligence up on this offer of chill touch.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, I know you don't normally take my advice, but, don't you think it might be a little dangerous?
Shut it,
to
nerd.
have
Freeze the lock and
two
let's
guards?
break it. Let's go.
All right.
I will perform the chill touch.
Imsh kind of backs up into the corner of the cell and very discreetly, hands at his side, kind of raises his wrist and does some motions with his finger, and you see these bolts of frost quietly but quickly shoot out, and they make contact with the lock, and you hear the metal start to freeze over, and you hear a little bit of a crinkling, almost like a crack, and now you see there's a chill around the lock.
I'm gonna bust it wide open, you know what I'm saying? That's a 21.
The guards are done talking, and they kind of go back to being as quiet as they were before. And they go to pick up the darts, and they start throwing darts at the wall again. And Imsh backs up all the way against the stone wall of the cell and runs, lifts one leg up, brings it tight up to his core, and then extends it out sideways against the iron bars where the lock is. And you hear the metal shatter and break as the door swings open. And you see both the guards turn to look at you, wide-eyed, and they go, "Oh!" And they draw their weapons. The elven woman draws a quarterstaff, the man draws a dagger in one hand and a dart in the other. Roll for initiative.
Yeah!
16.
+2.
Oh, 18.
Imsh, you are up first.
Bro, I low-key want to use expeditious retreat and just run the fuck out of here.
Of course you do. Never want to fight.
If you
Never
want,
wants
do you want to
fight.
fight?
Never wants to
You
get
want to
hands
fight?
dirty.
Fine. What can we use as a
Freeze
makeshift weapon?
them, brother!
If you get close and we get stabbed, I'm going to stab you.
That is just another scar to add. Who cares if we get stabbed?
Another
We
Let
don't
it
want-
happen. We will kill them.
We resurrect the dead. We don't want to die.
Wait a minute. If we kill one, we get an army, one at a time. Everybody joins us in our crusade.
So why don't we cast Firebolt first if you want to fight so much, and then when they get close, we can freeze them, okay?
So I believe I will be using Firebolt. I think that has been agreed upon.
Who are you casting it on?
The she-elf devil who was very unfriendly to us earlier and was very obtuse about us looking for our contact lens. So it was an 18 plus 4, so it would be a 22.
Whew. Okay, that hits. Roll 2d10 of damage.
Hey.
8 plus 6. I am not a mathematician. Intelligence?
14. Light that bitch on fire!
After freezing the lock on the door, Imsh kicks that door open. It swings open, smashes against the bars. Imsh, before they even have a chance to react, as they're pulling their weapons out and arming themselves, Imsh steps just a peek out of the cell, and immediately a big bolt of fire launches forth from Imsh's hand and engulfs the female elf. And you see it, it's almost like it's powered by a powerful wind as it engulfs her and with great force begins to peel some of the skin off on her body. And you see some of the face burn away, the arms blow away, and eventually she is blown back with the force of the fire, slams against the wall, falls down on the ground, begins to scream, just going, and kind of starts to fizzle out on the ground, and she is looking really, really rough.
Nicely done, Charisma.
What can I say? I love what I do.
And that brings us back around to Aela the elf. And having just taken all this incredible fire damage, is still kind of rolling on the ground and is going to desperately launch a dagger in your direction. Not one to be outdone, definitely has decent aim, and throws it, and it launches itself right. You feel it enter the joint of your left shoulder, and that does 6 points of damage. Everyone mark that down.
Remind me to stab you later.
Oh yeah, now you want to stab, huh?
Oh, but now we have a dagger.
Having just seen his compatriot taken down, Fawn, the human who is so terribly confused after all this awful betrayal, rolls a critical failure, freaks out, falls on the ground, tries to throw a dart in your direction, and it lands in his belly. It literally goes straight up and then back down, and he does 5 points of damage to himself as it kind of goes into his stomach, and he goes, "Ah!" And now both your enemies are on the ground, and it is now your turn again.
Just to be cool, we should sear our wound close with the rest of the heat from the spell.
Let's not waste our turn and go kill off the elf.
I'm inclined to agree with continuing a survival. Yeah. May I remind you, we don't have much health. Our systems are looking.
Constitution.
Yeah.
I put my hand over his face, like to muffle his voice while he's talking.
And Constitution just kind of walks back to a little chair that he has in the corner of the room.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I would like to take knife and stab.
We are stronger with magic. We should cast another firebolt.
Okay, use up all spells. Go!
It's
no,
a cantrip!
Go.
It's
Be
free!
to use it! Do
It's
it!
free.
No, whatever! Go,
It's
do it!
free!
See how it works later. When she is already rising on the floor, already on her deathbed, you don't want to just go and slit throat and end it?
Is
Are you
this
kidding? Whatever.
Firebolt is stronger than the knife. And it is...
Okay.
It costs us no magic.
Intelligence is right. Just finish her off with a fireball, please.
Very well, it would be my genuine pleasure.
Burn, baby, burn.
A 17 plus 4, so that would be a 21.
Just in my calculations.
8 plus 7 is 15.
You cast Firebolt again on the same elf who's still on the ground, writhing, backing up, terrified away from you. You see fear as her eyes well up with tears, and she goes, no, 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 no. And the fire slowly starts to form in your palm like a small vortex. And you cast it forth, and she goes, ah! And you just hear the firebolt with great force engulf her. She smacks down on the ground, and the flames kind of light on her body and then slowly die out as she lays there dying, completely still. Fawn, horrified, is now crying. He goes, and he throws a dart in your direction. Come on, buddy. He throws a dart in your direction, and it whizzes past your face just barely and lands in the dartboard that is behind you that they had been throwing darts at earlier. And then just looks at you, tears just streaming down his face. He is red and quivering and sobbing and looking at you in utter horror.
I got this. So I want to like slowly walk up to him while he's on the ground with the heat from the fireball blasts, like cauterize the wound in our shoulder, and then take both hands and gouge his eyes out and shoot a fireball into his head while gouging him.
I concur.
Yo.
Cut. That's a 6. That's a wrap.
Imsh slowly walks up to Fawn on the floor, who is backing up, is now against the stone wall of the cavern, looking at you in utter horror. Menacing, you are towering, you are casting a shadow over him. With your hands still warm from the fireball, you cauterize the wound where the dagger entered your shoulder. And looming over him, you kind of straddle him for a second, and you like twirl your thumbs as you go to gouge his eyes out, and you go to grab his head, and he goes, ah! And he slides under your legs, and you just kind of grab at nothing as he is now behind you, and gets back up in horror to take his turn, pulls out his dagger, and attempts to stab you. And in horror, again, this dude goes to stab you, and his arm goes between your side and your arm, and you kind of clamp your arm down, and now you have his dagger, stuck into your armpit, and you feel him writhing, trying to escape from your grasp.
Let's grab his face and then use chill time.
Yeah, I guess that's fine if you care what I think.
Shut up, Constitution.
We don't Constitution, but maybe later.
16 plus 4 is 20.
Roll for damage.
7 plus 8 is 15.
With Fawn's dagger and part of his arm trapped in your armpit, and you feel him writhing, trying to escape. You hear him going, You grab his arm as you turn and you pull him in. You get in real close. You are now nose to nose, almost kissing distance. It's almost sensual. You put your hand around his neck, gently squeeze, work your way up to the jaw, and then you feel all of a sudden the little burst of frost start to radiate from your palm, and he starts to twitch. He goes, no! As you squeeze harder and harder, you begin to hear a crunch. First, you hear the icing over of his throat as he begins to take ice damage, and then you squeeze, and that ice crunches, and he goes as you drop him on the ground, dead.
You could have had a bad bitch.
Don't get choked up about it. I'm out of your league.
Now that's what I call a hat trick.
We all have a fucking catchphrase.
You regain 3 HP due to your grim harvest.
Their Constitution, are you happy now? You get 3 health back.
We still lost some.
So let's raise them from the dead. Come on, let's go. Let's get the gang.
Constitution, come here real quick. I must teach you a lesson. Come.
Yeah?
You see this? I have a glass right here. Take this glass.
Okay.
Go fill it up halfway for me, and then come back.
Okay, and Constitution walks down the steps in the neck of Imsh into the stomach or whatever. You hear a little faucet run, and then you hear little steps, and Constitution comes back and he goes,
Okay, and I'm gonna pour half of this on your head.
"Don't
Here you
drown
go.
me in it."
Now, don't you wish this was still half full?
Yeah.
But how you look on it, that could be half empty too, It's all perspective.
As you're saying that, you turn to look at Constitution, and Constitution is drinking the glass.
Very good. Very good.
Are we bringing them back to life or not? I would prefer not to be in this jail cell.
Initiate them into the gang. Let's do it.
Shouldn't we search the area around us for traps or
Shut up, Constitution.
enemies or whatever?
Shut up, Constitution.
All right.
Guys, I have a bright idea. Maybe we should look around and see if there's anything.
We'll do that afterward.
Constitution was wrong, but intelligence is always right.
While he's chugging water, Constitution goes, "I don't agree."
God. Why don't we do that after?
Intelligence, that's a great idea. We should look around.
Once you press a button, something blows up, and then we can't do it anymore. You're gonna go open up a fucking hatch, open up some trap, and we're gonna get stuck. And we're gonna be like, oh, I wish we reanimated those dead bodies.
Wait, how many times can we cast this spell anyway?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one. That's your job. I get my panel has one red button. It just says smash. Okay, so you got all the other fucking switches, pulleys, and levers. I get this one fucking button. Smash. And I broke it.
So, I'll grant you, why don't we bring back... Yeah, let's bring back one of them, okay? We can only do it 3 times a day.
But we get the second for free. It is a buy one, get one free deal.
Yes.
One interruption, please. I have a lesson to teach the Strength. Strength, come here, please. Strength shambles over to whatever fucking thing you are. I am wisdom, and you will address me as such. Strength.
Strength slaps wisdom.
Fight. Yes.
Wisdom, your head smacks into the floor with that slap from Strength. At Mach 5. But then using your infinite wisdom, you phase through and then glide back up. And now you're floating, looking down at Strength.
Strength? Do you see this hole in the middle of the floor here? Jump.
I jump in it. Okay.
Okay. Next time you will look before you leap.
Okay, I want to move forwards. I want to live.
Let's bring him back.
You see, there is the completely scorched body, looks like a little barbecued rat. And then there is the frozen human who looks mostly unscathed, except for the crooked neck that is almost at a 90-degree angle. And you cast out both your hands at these corpses, and you really concentrate for a second. It takes your time, and you hear the sounds of unlife begin to fill the corpses as they slowly, from the chest first, begin to rise up off the ground, and you hear gurgling from the broken neck. You hear,
I love that sound.
Now make Imsh laugh maniacally.
that body starts to shamble up off the ground, and then the burnt one almost doesn't even have vocal cords at this point, but you still hear as they both shamble up off the ground. And Imsh, with both arms outstretched, is seeing these two zombies reanimate, and you just hear Master of
Yeah. And I go to the water cooler and take a sip. Whew. Was that good for you guys? This was good for me.
You see Constitution is sitting in his little chair sheepishly, like with his like knees, like he's like pigeon-toed in his chair, and he goes, "Yeah, that was pretty good."
I splash a little bit on him.
Oh God, I'm all wet.
Oh no. Okay, cool. All right, let's also look around the room for anything we can take, and then let's get out of here.
Oh, what else to do? We should
Loot!
move on. Go
Damn
get
it!
more people.
Loot.
I agree with intelligence. I think it'd be wise to look around.
I would be inclined to agree.
That is a 13 plus 6.
So the two zombies have now shambled, and they're kind of following behind you on either side of you. So you just hear. And as they're shambling behind you, you hear a little bit of a jingling. What you gather around the entire room is the elven woman had a quarterstaff that is lying on the ground. The human man had a dagger that is actually still like clinking in his pocket, along with some darts in the other pocket. On the far end, on the right of the room, there is a dartboard. It looks like it's handmade, hand-painted, and there are 3 more darts that have been thrown into there that you saw them doing earlier, actually. And then you see that on the left and right of where your cell was, there are more cells. So basically on the other side of where the wooden wall would have been. On the left, there is just an empty cell. You don't really see anything in it. On the right, you actually see that the bars are broken, and you see some sort of figure lying in that cell.
Like a dead figure?
Most likely.
Damn it, we might have wasted our anime spell. Let's take these darts and let's go check out that body.
You walk in and you see the wrought iron bars have been busted in this cell that is right adjacent to yours. You see signs of fire, almost like they were broken in some sort of big conflict. And as you enter the cell, you see a mangle of red hair and a kind of black gown. And as you brush the hair away from the corpse's face, you turn it and you see a human woman's face where with the left eye area just completely blown through like a projectile blasted it into the skull and out the other side. And you recognize this corpse as the corpse of Marigold. Marigold was your contact in the swamp region when you came to reanimate the ancient evil, Daedramon. Not only did she assist you in everything that you needed, Marigold also, for a brief time before your capture, was your lover. And you had no idea that the Coalition had found her at all.
Those Coalition bastards. We will get revenge for you.
And I roar like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And Imsh, holding the corpse of his Boothang, looks up to the sky and goes,
We're gonna get revenge on those Coalition bastards for you, Marigold.
We will burn this place to the ground in revenge.
We're gonna cut out their hearts and drink their blood.
Let's sneak on out of here.
as you go to sneak in from the back corner, Constitution goes, "Hey, listen, I'm I'm sad too, but let's not end up like that.
I sprint towards Constitution. I wrap my legs around and do a scissor throw and fucking slam Constitution into the floor.
You slam Constitution into the floor, and he is so frightened that like an active stream of piss splashes onto you. And he goes,
I grab his hair and I pull it to me. Clean it off! Lick it off!
He hugs you and starts wiping his body on you to like try and absorb the liquid.
Charisma watches with great intent.
Can we leave?
I would like to go.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Wait. Are these thralls like jangling around still?
Yeah, they're walking behind you going.
No, bro, they're walking with us, but are they making noise?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're loud.
I mean, they're shambling and they're kind of grunting, but it's not like excessive.
All right, let's sneak out of here
Well,
and get revenge on those bastards.
to be fair, we're not really going to be sneaky because they are loud. Why don't we let them lead in front of us? So whatever blows come, they get hurt and we do not.
Because I don't want to run into an army because we're in an enemy base.
But do you see, but that's not the actual problem, because even if we went forward, we still have the chance of running into army. So what's the difference of having them lead forward?
But if they're in front, they can't report back to us because they're dead.
Okay, fine. Did we animate Marigold, or
No.
is she just like...
We're not going to put her through that.
We left her behind.
Are we carrying her?
No.
Oh, wait. Let's make one of the
So
thralls.
where is she?
Let's burn her body.
A Viking funeral.
We can't leave her body here to just rot, but we can't take it with us.
Well,
So why don't we have our little buddies carry her?
yeah. Let's do that.
What are we going to do carrying around the body?
What are we doing with 2 already dead bodies walking behind us? Can we just please care? Intelligence, I feel like you've been against me since the beginning. Do we need to talk about this now?
Idiot
Fight!
I'm not idiot. I'm sorry if I just want to kill.
Kill! Fucking kill! Murder!
It's a lot harder.
Everyone is
It's
on
a lot harder to
Frank's
kill
side.
if you're carrying a body with you.
So, no.
While your logic
just-
makes sense, intelligence, sometimes you need to allow the emotions to come out of you in an expressive performance.
Emotions are the antithesis of intelligence.
Do we need any of these bodies with us?
Just the walking ones. She is already dead, so what is the point?
That is what I'm saying. So if you don't want body to rot, which, I mean, she is already dead, then we should take her with us. But if we do not want to carry so we can sneak, we should have our 2 little buddy pals carry her.
Well, he wants to burn her, which is also pretty metal.
Proper burial.
But here, you want to
We
bury
can
her.
at
You
least
want to
then collect the
bury her.
ashes.
You're not even saying bury, you're saying you want to burn her.
It's easier to take ashes than a body.
Maybe she can still be of use to us even in death.
'Cause we love her, but we can't reanimate her because we won't want to put her through that.
Why not?
That's fucked up.
For the mission, even in death.
I mean, hey, listen, I don't know if you care about my input, but, you know, the more kind of, and I say this with love, I love her as much as the rest of us, but the more kind of meat shields we have, the better chance we have of living
And I
in her
grab
honor.
Constitution, like put my arm around him. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. And I give him a noogie.
You know what? Fine. Do what you want. And I throw my hands up.
Finally, thank you. Good lord, okay.
Excuse me, intelligence.
Oh my god.
Come here, please.
Fuck you, Wisdom. I was born at night, not last night.
Intelligence, come here now.
Wisdom, as the brains of the operation, I know that's not a smart move.
Oh.
So,
You're just gonna take that wisdom? I go into wisdom's ear. You're just gonna take
I'm
that?
going to rush towards intelligence at Mach speed. Hello, intelligence. I have a half glass of water with me.
You turn to look at the glass of water, and Constitution is lapping it like a dog.
Get a new proverb. Do something else.
This is a new proverb, Strength. Give it to
I'm
me,
gonna thrust him
Constitution.
right in the throat so he can't talk.
While they are arguing, I go over to the board to control everything, and I animate the dead corpse.
While pandemonium is happening in the control center, no one notices Charisma just calmly take a seat at the control panel and hit the animate dead button.
Charisma, why are you wasting that? We only have 3 of the buttons.
You extend your hand and you feel the vibrations as Imsh really focuses. He puts both his hands towards Marigold, really taking care of with this one. And slowly, left shoulder first pops, then the other shoulder, and then it leads up from kind of the neck as the head drags behind, and then bops forward with the ginger hair covering the big gaping wound over the eye. And you just hear a little bit of a...
I just want to remind you, we have more than one level 3 spell, and if that comes back to bite us in the ass, I'm going to bite you in the ass.
I think Charisma would like that.
It would be a wonderful thing for us to do.
Strength goes to the screen, seeing Meredith come back. He's like, Daddy loves you, baby. And then he goes to Charisma like...
Marigold.
Oh, Marigold.
You just called her Meredith.
Difference. I don't know. She's just a pile of meat.
Oh my God.
I'm going to push Charisma out of the way, and I'm taking us out of this jail cell. We've been here. It's way too long.
Say something nice to our wife.
I love you. Let's go.
Why didn't we put on the guard's outfit? Yeah.
I mean, we burned one of them. We can only put the other one on. One of those just is burnt the fuck up.
You walk up to the lifeless, relived body of Faln, and he kind of stares at you through glazed over eyes and goes... As you unbutton his shirt and then his pants and leave him in nothing but his tidy whities, and you see Imsh begin to put him on, kind of makes himself up using his disguise kit, combs his hair and makes himself look presentable, kind of in a similar state to how you saw Fallen when you first arrived. And you would assume that you have a pretty decently passing appearance.
I look in his eye and say, was it as good for you as it was for me?
He gets really close, your nose is touching, and he goes...
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, time to go.
Let's
sneaky sneak.
leave. Sneaky sneak. Yes, Dex, thank you.
All right, roll stealth for me.
Oh, natural 20.
Stealth takes a seat at the computer panel and begins flipping switches and pushing buttons. And you see Imsh is standing normally, and then immediately face flops onto the ground, and Solid Snake crawls up to the door in front of him. And from on the floor with his little pinky pushes the door open and crawls into the next chamber. And in the next area is a chamber that's about the same size as this one, but it's almost round. And in front of you, you see a big marble basin full of sand. And then in front of you, you see a big, hefty wooden... It almost looks like a gate, like something that would slide up. And on it are inscriptions that read, I turn all around, yet do not move. Who am I?
Smash!
And that's
Smash! We smash!
Okay, wisdom, intelligence.
I turn all around, but do not move.
I think this might be a job for me.
I would like to note that as you are Solid Snake sneaking into the room, you're moving so slowly and so quietly that the 3 zombies that you now have following you are just shambling behind you at full height going...
So there's no point in going sneaky at all. Great. I turn all around, but do not move.
I know the answer.
What's the answer, Wisdom? Well, give us a proverb.
I don't have a proverb, but I believe the answer is a mirror.
A mirror? Is there a mirror around us?
If we superheat the sand and it becomes glass, perhaps that becomes a mirror.
But is there a light bouncing off anything? Why would we just need a mirror?
Because it turns everything around, because it's opposite, but it doesn't move. So it must be a mirror.
Can I look around the room and see if there's anything else there before we try heating up the sand?
Roll an investigation for me.
16.
The only other thing you notice in this room is that there are strange perforations in the ceiling.
Alright, so let's try to make a mirror.
Strength sits this one out and sits on Constitution's lap.
Constitution goes...
You're going to break Constitution.
So, let's try to make a mirror.
Okay, intelligence. How'd you do that?
Superheat the sand, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, intelligence doesn't have the answer.
Firebolt the sand. Intelligence walks up to Dexterity and whispers in her ear, why are you always trying to undermine me in front of my friends? Huh? Why are you trying to make me look bad? Like, what did we talk about this? I mean, why are you always trying to do this to me, huh? What
are you really going to do this right now? You're doing this in front of everyone? Because you've been undermining me the entire time.
Wisdom, shh! You stay out of this, Wisdom! You have no right to come in here in middle of our conversation.
Punch her in the ball!
Strength, I will go over there and I will rip your ball sack off you and I will feed them to Constitution and he will like
me
it.
with a good time.
Everyone, Listen to me right now. Everyone gather around here in a circle. Come, everyone.
Wisdom, I swear to God, if you give me a cup of water,
everyone gather around right now. Right now. All right, I pull out 6 apples out of my pocket.
I want to live.
Everyone take an apple right now.
I'm allergic to apples.
What kind
I don't
of
care
apple
intelligence. Take the apple.
Is it red or green?
Which do you prefer?
Which do you have?
Both.
You lie. You're a liar.
No.
Wisdom's
I will take
lying.
the Macintosh apple. It is the Cadillac.
The red apples. Everyone take a red apple, damn it.
I don't like red apples. I don't want it, so I won't take it.
Everyone eat a bite of the apple.
I already hit my carbs, bro. I'm not gonna eat another apple. I already hit my carb limit today, alright?
I sneak off with intelligence and I cast.
Okay, charisma and intelligence. While wisdom has constitution, strength, and dexterity sat around in a circle, Dex is arguing with wisdom. Strength is shouting about his carbs, and constitution is just sucking on an apple, like not biting it, but literally just sucking on like the skin of it.
Like a pig.
Intelligence and charisma go up to the computer station, and they whisper to each other and go,
Yes, I agree.
Charisma presses one of the buttons. You see Imsh raise up his hand, and he casts Firebolt on the sand. Charisma, roll a d20 for me.
16.
So you begin to heat up the sand, and really nothing happens. And you guys are just kind of chilling, everything is still continuing as it was. And then you just see Constitution go really wide-eyed, and he goes, "Oh no!" And he runs up to the panel and starts pulling little levers, going, "No, no, 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 no."
Constitution, what are you doing?
And Imsh takes 2 points of poisoning damage as gas escapes from the perforations in the ceilings. And as he begins to breathe, Constitution steals him, and he manages to reduce the damage, but he still takes 2 points of damage as Imsh begins to cough and goes. Well, I don't think that was the right move.
I have to admit, perhaps that was not one of my brighter ideas.
Can we just break the gate, dude?
Break gate? Me?
Perhaps we could cast Detect Magic to see if there is any sort of, magic in the room.
That's actually pretty smart.
Oh.
Charisma, let's try that.
Me want smash gate.
Very well.
You cast Detect Magic, and you sense an aura, a very similar linked aura, linked between the basin that is holding the sand and the wooden gate.
Okay, so there is an obvious connection, which means we are somewhat on the right path, but we were not quite correct in the execution.
Is there something in the sand? Can we just dig in the sand?
Me.
Strength? Your moment.
Strength rolls up his sleeves. He's getting ready to press his one button at his panel.
You begin to rifle through the sand, so you see Imsh stick his fingers in and start to feel it, and kind of all that you feel is a smooth marble basin containing the sand. What you do notice, though, is as you pull your hand out, you see Constitution freak out, go, "Oh God, no!" And he begins pushing levers again, and this time you take the full. Okay, you still only take 2 points of damage as more gas escapes from the ceiling, and Imsh again kind of falls to his knees and goes.
Oh my God.
And as you stand back up, you look in the basin and you see that the disturbed sand that you put, as the gas stops releasing, the sand kind of rearranges itself to be perfectly flat, as if resetting itself.
So every time we touch the sand, we get gassed. Great. Can we pick up the bowl and move it or something?
Guys, I don't know. The sand's making me pretty nervous.
The sand is also making me nervous, but we gotta get out of here, Constitution.
All this water I drank is really starting to, pile up.
Actually, I think he might be onto something on this one, fellas.
Strength, are you suggesting that we piss on the sand?
No, God.
Don't do that.
I don't know if we want to fuck with the sand, is what I'm saying.
Well, if there is a magical connection between the bowl and the gate, perhaps we should dispel the magic entirely with a dispel magic spell.
We could try that.
But it would then use our last slot of the level 3 spell.
We would have had more if we didn't reanimate Marigold.
Okay, you need to not live in the past, Intelligence.
I'm hearing the freeze and smash. We're doing the freeze and smash again? Because I can do a freeze and smash.
Very well. I go over to the control board, and I take over, and I use Chill Touch on the gate.
Imsh again kind of prepares and puts both his hands together this time and kind of nurtures a little ball of frost and then casts it forth on the wall, making sure to spread it out evenly. And you see kind of the crevice where the words are carved in begin to fill up with ice as the whole thing ices over, and you kind of hear again that frosty crackling, and the gate is now frozen.
And then Strength goes over to his panel with the one button and puts his hand to his chin. He's like, now which button was it again?
Oh, yeah!
Do it with advantage.
Oh, please.
19.
Imsh backs up, puts one hand down like a quarterback almost on the ground, and then charges full speed, shoulder first, into the giant wooden gate. And you're... As you manage to get a really good rattle, and you hear some of the wood crack, and and then the great force of it, you feel that wood bend to your body as you drive into it with all your force, and then the wood kind of bounces back and knocks you back and onto your back.
Did you just say wood?
Magic wood.
Fire.
I mean, we just bounce back. That shit is magic, bro.
You fall on your back, and as that happens, you see the corpses, because you just ran, they're still catching up, but they're slowly shambling their way towards you. They go... and then bonk into the wall, and then fall next to you. And now all four of you are lying on the ground.
It's wood. Just burn it, guys.
Well, you could try it.
Firebolt.
Roll a d20 for me if that's what you're doing.
10.
You cast Fireball, and you see the grain of the wood kind of light, and some of it kind of goes up, and then fizzles out in embers, and you see the door is now scorched.
Constitution, come here.
Oh.
I grab him by the head. Look at me, Constitution. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You need to think.
What?
You need to think right now. You have more information than the rest of us purely by me metagaming. You have way more information than the rest of us. You need to think. Use your head and get us out of this, damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about!
You can do it, Constitution. Think.
You're gonna break him. Stop it.
Don't scream in my face like that.
Strength. Bully the anther out of him.
Bully the answer out of...
Yeah, I want to help with
gonna bully...
Let's do it. Constitution, what is it? Let us know, come on.
Constitution gets so scared that he shrinks to an imperceptible size, and all that you see where he was standing is a puddle of urine.
So we shrink down and pee on the gate. No, that's not right.
Can I stir the sand? Do we have like a spoon?
If you stir the sand, we're gonna get poisoned.
Constitution pops back into existence and goes, no! Do not stir the sand.
Hey, Constitution, any ideas?
No.
Eat your fucking apple, Constitution.
If you don't like me at my worst, then you can't have me at my best.
Don't you use my proverbs against me, Constitution.
Wait, no, intelligence, like, roll... You have Arcana as a skill.
Oh, this is magic. Let's try Arcana. 19 for Arcana.
Imsh looks down at the bowl, and like a little pop-up appears on the screen with information. This is a very, very basic sort of magic device / trap that is used all the time. The sand is basically like a password input field.
So we just write in mirror in the sand?
I don't know, that's all you know about it.
Right mirror, someone.
That sounds like very a dexterous task, if I might say so myself.
Sure. Dex, go write mirror in the sand and let's see what happens.
So Dex sits down at the console and takes control of Imsh's hands, and Imsh, with his big, fat, half-orc index finger, stabs it into the sand and makes a big M, and then an I, and then finishes writing mirror in the sand, and you hear above you where the perforations are, and you see Constitution at the panel. He begins sweating his fingers over the sliders. He goes, like you hear his teeth chattering, and then all of a sudden the wooden gate begins to slide open.
Yes, right in my calculations all along.
And you see a little kind of like a cubby, like it's not even a full room. It's literally just like a little indent with a ladder that leads up.
Dex wants to just go up the ladder. I'm gonna press a button, we're gonna climb it.
I agree with Dex.
Are you worrying about your companions?
They can climb too.
can follow.
Let's go. They have
Okay,
feet,
but you
right?
want them behind? Like, what's the order here?
Yeah, they're behind us.
We are first. We are in front. We are a leader.
Excellent.
Okay.
Constitution is the spy! Guys, I saw Constitution vent.
Perhaps we should send our companions first.
Constitution saw us.
We're climbing this ladder. We're going first.
Just roll a dex check for me. What is the order of the corpses?
The human, and then the elf, and then Marigold in the rear.
Seems fair to me.
Okay.
So that's 17.
You climb the ladder, and you go, hand over hand, rung by rung, you climb up, and it takes a little second, like it's a long climb up. And about halfway through, it's almost like you're climbing up a chimney, and you feel like a weird energy at one point as you pass through, and you go, okay, whatever, and you keep climbing, and let's see how your companions do on the climb. As they begin climbing, the human zombie falls and actually knocks all three of them down. And this all continues except for the elf, who is now partially up, but is still quite a ways behind you. And as you finally finish climbing, you make it to a small... it's literally like the width of your body. You barely fit through this little, like, chimney hole. And you make it up, and you are in a room with stone floor and regular walls. It's a little smaller than the room you started in. And you hear a weird sound as you were climbing. And in the center of the room, you see a figure. A green, hunched over, dressed in leathers with his back to you. Roll a stealth check for me.
17.
I think we should just sneak.
What happens when the undead friends get past them?
What happens? They're not here yet. We attack before they even get here.
Oh, so you want to sneak attack him? I thought you wanted to sneak past him.
Oh no, sneak past me? No, I want to attack. What do you think? I want to kill.
So I keep hearing rolls because they keep failing to climb.
Marigold is now 1/4 of the way up.
Okay, we need to do it.
And the elf is about halfway, and the human has fallen 4 times.
Okay. Sneak attack.
Firebolt them in the back.
As you guys are having this argument, you hear the corpses falling over and over and over. And as they begin to climb, you see Marigold is about halfway up, climbing like with her elbows instead of her hands. And on a particularly strenuous one, you see her head tilt back, and she goes...
Son of a bitch.
And you see the figure kind of cock its head and rise to its full height. And it turns to face you, and you see a pretty ripped body of a half-orc.
Ooh.
Another half-orc.
And you are confronted by your reflection.
Oh, shit.
And Imsh says, all right, let's do this. Roll for initiative.
Great. 18.
You, Imsh, are up first.
Fireball!
Wait, not that I'm smart or anything, but I think whatever we do to him happens to us because he's a mirror.
Oh.
Wait.
Strength, how many voices are in that body of yours?
I have same question. Same exact question.
Worry about it.
The elf has her chin on the ground and is trying to flop the rest of her body out and is going...
Wait. Can we raise up our hand and wave at it to see what it does?
I think it's just gonna kill us.
We perform a mirror pantomime.
As a free action. I just want to see if it's going to copy what we do.
You can absolutely try that.
Oh! Constitution looks very evil right now. Don't do it. I think we should attack.
Can I stab it, please? Please.
You may stab it, Dexter.
I can throw.
A dart?
Dart!
Yeah.
What is Dart going to do?
They're really strong, apparently.
Okay.
Apparently the darts do 5 damage.
I will throw dart.
Okay, roll.
18.
Roll a d4 plus 4.
So that's an 8.
You, Imsh, throw a dart at other Imsh, and it enters into the neck under the jaw. As it enters, it knocks the head back. And then you see Imsh turn back to face you, kind of head down, grabs the dart, and pops it out.
And now it has a dart to throw back.
It does, actually. And with that, other Imsh is going to cast Thunderwave on you.
Yo!
We have that?
Yes!
It's a 22 that hits.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
He's using it as a 2nd level spell. That is 3d8 of damage.
3d8!
So other Imsh looks at you and kind of raises his hands up and then brings them down and says, let's party. A shockwave kind of emanates out from when he raises his hands down, and it blasts you back, hits the elf, and her head smacks back into the wall of the tiny chimney passage that you guys climbed out of. And here, as her head smashes back, and you guys are knocked onto your back up against the wall behind you. It is now your turn again. Go.
Please, hear me out.
Yes, Dexterity.
Okay. We learned at the very beginning of the game that we are very sexual beings. Good stuff, charisma. Kudos to you, sexy. Mwah, mwah.
I don't think we could persuade ourselves.
What if we tried to fuck ourselves?
Is Imsh narcissistic enough?
Let's not do that.
Why not?
Are the zombies near here yet?
The elven zombie is now out on the ground still, kind of writhing like a worm, but is now in the room with you. Marigold has not made any progress. And the human zombie is now with Marigold.
I still think charisma should seduce.
Bro, we cannot take another attack.
Can we send the zombies on him and run away?
You will be able to take a turn as the zombie after this, now that the zombie is here.
So hit him with lightning! Level 2!
Very well. We will give it right back to it in a mirror fashion. 16.
That hits.
12.
So in mirror fashion, after you've been hit with the thunder wave and blown back, your hands go up above your head as you smack into the wall. And then, without even thinking about it, Charisma sits down at the panel.
Let's do this.
And just pushes a lever all the way down. And you see Imsh balls his fists up, and as he comes off the wall, throws him down and returns the blast. And the thunder wave beats into the other Imsh. And you see him get turned around, and he's looking worse for wear.
Get the zombie to murder it.
Send the zombie.
The zombie comes up and grabs the other Imsh and goes and begins beating on him and takes a bite out of him. And you see Imsh go as the zombie bites and he goes and Imsh grabs her as she's bitten onto his shoulder, grabs her by the neck and yanks her off and now has her in his grip and is looking pretty bad. And he looks at you and he goes, you know, it sucks. You're really quite the sexy beast. We could have had a great time.
Fuck yourself! What did I say? Charisma.
He's almost
Charisma?
dead. Don't
Charisma.
do it. He's trying.
Charisma,
He's
get
doing
on
the
your
same
knees.
thing to us. No,
Charisma,
he's
get on your
luring
knees.
you.
No,
he's luring you.
he's trying to lure you.
I've never wanted to be on my knees
If he wanted
more
love, he
before.
wouldn't have shocked us.
He's trying to lure you.
You see he kind of holds a hand up to himself and you see these vapor waves almost, these green vapor waves emanate from his palm and he breathes them in and he goes and you see some of his wounds begin to close and you see these black necrotic veins appear on his neck and his eyes darken as he looks at you and he goes
I believe that was false life, my friends.
Alright, he just healed. Now we gotta fuck him.
You gotta at least try.
No, he already attacked us. He doesn't want love.
I would like to perform a striptease.
Can always count on charisma for a good time.
Marigold has now made it into the room.
Hey.
Human zombie is right behind it.
Alright, I am going to roll for the performance check. 18. I begin to sing Let Me Entertain You from Gypsy as I slowly swivel my hips left and right. And then I begin with the buttons of my long robe, slowly unbuttoning each button down further and further and further. So many buttons.
So many.
All these buttons.
You see a little bit of black necrotic fluid start to drip from the corner of the other Imsh's mouth.
And then I slowly drop the robe over one shoulder. And I give a saucy wink over that shoulder.
He looks at you and then just kind of is entranced in awe, staring at you. These fully black eyes just staring at you. The little dark necrotic fluid dripping down the chin and then onto the chest. Other Imsh loses a turn. It is now the zombie's turn. Are you going to do anything with them or are you going to leave them be?
You wanna just fuck him?
I think we should attack now.
What, now?
We caught him off
With
guard.
the zombies?
We caught him off guard. We got him riled up, so now he's up there. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
zombie
now we
turn.
attack.
Hit him with the zombies.
Chop off the penis.
Let's not do that, but let's attack with the zombies.
That's not fun. That's no fun.
But I do think it is the zombie's turn, as Intelligence said. So I think we will just let them
Cards.
beat.
Okay, so
Against.
both of them are doing the same thing?
They're beating the shit out of him.
Beautiful. The elf again takes a swipe, and you see he's entranced, staring at you, and the nails scratch across his face, leaving a little bit of a gash as he begins to bleed from that. And that snaps him out of it, and he looks enraged. Being you, he understands what's going on here. He gets furious. Then Marigold comes to take a swipe at him, and he dodges out of the way. It is now your turn again. The human zombie still has not managed to make it all the way up.
Firebolt.
Yes, fire.
Very well. So that would be a 23.
That hits. Roll for damage.
9.
So you cast a firebolt at yourself. Imsh has just dodged out of the way of Marigold's swipe, and then the firebolt gets him on the side of the face and kind of encompasses his head and does incredible damage, burning off some of the hair, and he goes, "Ah!" And he goes, "All right, that's how you want to play." And he lifts one hand up, almost like he's grabbing something you can't see, and yanks down. All of a sudden, you hear as all of the corpses drop and turn to dust.
Oh no. Oh, dispel magic.
And now it is just you and Imsh. It is your turn again. And he goes, "Good luck getting your lover back."
Damn.
You mean our lover.
Firebolt again!
Sounds good to me. 17.
Hits, roll for damage.
14.
Cast Firebolt. He has half of his hair burned off, the other hair hanging over one of the eyes, looking at you. And you, kind of enraged at what he just said, having seen your former lover now turn to ash, you begin to heat up both of your palms this time, and then shoot it so that it's two separate flames that join into one, and then shoot into his core. As the fire enters and digs deeper into his core, eventually bursting through it and then coming back out his mouth as he extends all his limbs out, and fire shoots out from his mouth like flame, a big fountain of fire. And he goes, and then flops backwards onto the ground, eyes hollow, dead.
And that is how the cookie crumbles.
You guys turn to see Constitution sitting at the panel, staring at the health meter, visibly shaking, and just like constant streams of water pouring down his face. You don't know if they're tears or sweat, but he's just frozen at the panel holding levers.
Look, next time I suggest that we go fuck ourselves. Don't fight me on it, guys, please.
Anyone want to hear a proverb?
Let's take the zombies and go.
As you emerge, you find yourself in a swampy plain. The door you emerge from looks like an outhouse. There'd be no way of knowing the evil that was contained within it from up here. You survey the area and notice several other outhouse-looking structures nearby, and a large white banner with the words, "Darkness will not prevail," scrawled in red.
Oof.
You take a deep breath, clench your fists, and smile. Round 2.
This episode of Dungeons and Drimbus was brought to you by our patrons Jerry Benetatos, Queso Loco, Terrence Knox, Clara Jean Kelly, and November Sky. Check out the links in the show notes to see how you can support the show.